Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining our webinar. My name is Georgi, as always, the least important person for you today. The co-host / co-moderator. And this is a subject webinar, and as a rule, and today is not an exception, we are not alone, and we have some guests from German universities who will introduce to you their study programs. So that's why I don't want to take a lot of your time, because the most interesting part is ahead. Just a very small and important detail. For those who are not familiar with the webinar setting of Zoom, you can send us your questions using the Q&A button, which you can find just next to the chat button. So it is already open. It will be open until the very end of the webinar. So I'll kindly invite you to make a good use of it and ask your questions directly to our representatives. And then they will be answered either in the written form or live. So we will have a live Q&A session in around 35 minutes. Then your questions will be addressed by one of our guests or both of them, depending on the type of question, right? Okay, so I have a small presentation for you guys. So this is an umbrella topic, you know about that. And we have two guests. So we will start with University Weimar, Bauhaus Universität Weimar, and we have Dr. Sabine Zierold and she will talk about Master of Science level program in Media Architecture. And then we'll move to Frankfurt University of Applied Sciences, Carmen Talley, and she will talk about also Master of Science level program in Urban Agglomerations. Before we move to this interesting part, bear with me for a little bit more boring part, possibly. So who is behind today's webinar? It is my German university. When you try to Google, for example, studying English in Germany, so yeah, our name should pop up there. We are Germany's largest database when it comes to English taught study programs. We have over 2,700, almost 2,800 degree programs, post-bachelor, master, listed in our database. And our main goal is to help those students who would like to study in Germany. So how we do that? 3 key ways. We have a study finder with a lot of filters. So you can find the program not according only to location, according to your discipline, but according also to the fees, range of fees, according to the type of application procedure, whether it's UniAssist or not, according to your level of English knowledge even. For example, you have 6.5 IELTS, and you can calibrate only for those programs who accept 6.5 IELTS or TOEFL 100, for example. So yeah, it can go that much deeper. That's why it's very efficient, and it helps you to find the study programs very in timely manner and according to your interests, really. The second way of helping you is through writing articles. We have various articles regarding studying in Germany. We have APS articles, for example, about German higher education system in general, about requirements, about blocked account, about online studies, about medicine, for example, studying medicine, and so on and so forth. Lots of topics are covered. I kindly invite you to take a look at your leisure. They're all for free. And last but not least, we have webinars very often, 150 webinars per year approximately, on various topics. It can be general webinars where we are alone without guests, and we talk about general topics like scholarships in Germany, UniAssist, visa-related issue, general studying in Germany, and we touch upon every aspect of that. Or we have subject webinars like the one that you are attending right now on different subjects. It can be studying architecture in Germany, studying biology in Germany, political science, and so on and so forth. All of the webinars that are already planned, you can find them on our webinars page, and you can sign up for them for free and attend them for free. We are based in Hamburg, in northern Germany, but we are all over Germany and also all over the world. That's where we are constantly in different languages. For those who are not very much familiar with what does it mean to study this or that subject in Germany, we have also subject pages where you can find some general information regarding, for example, what are the rankings of universities that are offering subjects in these directions, what are the tuition fee ranges that you should expect, what are the requirements that you should be ready for. So this is a very nice first step for those who do not know what to expect when it comes to studying this or that subject in Germany, and it helps you to create a bigger picture for yourself. Also, our tip is that when trying to find the best university and study program profile for you, you shouldn't be guided solely by aspects like only fees, only rankings, only city names, and so on and so forth. They are all important, but of course, they are more important even when you combine them together. So this is our suggestion. Combine all this together, go further, go beyond even that, take into account your background, your interest, your professional aspirations. And by doing that, you'll be able to drastically increase your chances actually of making the right choice. And here on the right side also you can see a small snapshot why Germany is a good idea to study in general. And yeah, one more thing, in Germany there are two types of universities, two key types of universities. One is called Universität type of university, another one is called University of Applied Sciences in English, and in German can have some variations in namings. For example, Hochschule, Fachhochschule are some of them. The key difference, I would say, on a general level is focus. So when we are talking about Universität type of university, we are more talking about research and theory. And in case of University of Applied Sciences, we are talking more about application and practice. In case you're interested in more detailed differences, not that much important ones or important ones, I don't know. But yeah, you can also get in touch with me and we can talk about that, of course. But that being said, let us now move immediately to our guests. We are moving to, I would say, geographical center of Germany. You can see where we are located right now, Bauhaus Universität Weimar. So this is one of the types of universities that I already explained. And Dr. Zyrold now will introduce to you a study program, Media Architecture. So as I said, it's a master's level study program. So I will stop my...
Sorry for the introduction. And welcome everybody. My name is Sabine Zyrold, and I'm an architect and research assistant at the Chair of Practices and Politics of Representation in Architecture at Bauhaus Universität Weimar. As a spokesperson and academic advisor, I organize the bilingual interdisciplinary master's degree program, Media Architecture, and the double degree program, International Media Architecture Master Studies, which I would like to briefly introduce to you. Next. In the 4-semester bilingual consecutive master's program, Media Architecture, professorships from 3 faculties with a scientific, artistic, creative, and technical orientation are teaching. They are from the Faculty of Architecture and Urbanism, Faculty of Art and Design, and the Faculty of Media. Next, please. If you have any questions about the degree program and the application, you can contact me or the counseling service, Philippe Schmidt. The head of the degree program is Professor Dr. Reinhard König from the Chair of Informatics in Architecture, and the Office for Student and Academic Affairs, responsible for international applications, Mrs. Johanna Merian. Next, please. The standard period of study are 4 semesters, starting always in the winter semester. The Media Architecture program is bilingual and therefore a proof of very good English and German skills is required. A related degree for application is a bachelor's, master's, or diploma from a German university or an equivalent certificate from a foreign university in the following areas. These are architecture and media studies, as well as related disciplines with a scientific and or with artistic design focus. Next. The study program Media Architecture follows in the footsteps of the historical Bauhaus in seeking to achieve art and technology, a new unity, whilst also pushing forward into topics of 21st century design practice. Around an interdisciplinary and interfaculty body of practitioners and thinkers from architecture, art, and media, we engage with Bauhaus tradition located between culture and digital technology, involving physical and virtual space, video, audio, text, and as well body practices. Next. The 4-semester master degree program is situated in the expanding field of spatial practices, research, and critique. It offers a collective learning environment at the intersection of architectural techniques and artistic practices with media production and their platforms to explore a global present that is undergoing drastic transformations of spatial arrangements and social reproduction. Next. The integrated double degree program, International Media Architecture Master Studies, has been conducted in cooperation with the University at Buffalo, the State University of New York, since 2012. The number of students for exchange between Weimar and Buffalo must be balanced. Therefore, I have to say, only one study place for this double degree program. But besides the physical student exchange, we are organizing transatlantic interactive online workshops with the University at Buffalo. The interdisciplinary, integrated double degree program is lasting 2 years. Students study 2 semesters in Weimar and 2 semesters in Buffalo, as a 3rd and 2nd semester in Buffalo. After a successful completion, students will be awarded with a Master of Science in Media Architecture by the Bauhaus-Universität Weimar and a Master of Science in Architecture by the University at Buffalo. Next. The Media Architecture study program offers, in the first instance, a well-grounded further education qualification for contemporary media design and architecture-related vocations. At the same time, it provides a place for experimentation, a kind of laboratory or meeting place for areas of joint research and new fields of work whose forms of expression transcend disciplinary boundaries. Next. Media architecture is not only an interdisciplinary course of studies, but also an interfaculty learning experience. The professors from 3 faculties cooperate together. And according to your personal educational background, the master's program can be individually tailored to your personal needs and specialization in theoretical and practical fields. The Media Architecture study program has a high percentage of foreign students, and the cooperation with international partner universities are very important. The 3rd semester offers the opportunity for a foreign exchange semester with one of the partner universities, or you can do an internship in the professional field and get it accepted as a study. Next. The master degree program is open to professions arising in the broad spectrum between architecture, fair and event architecture, exhibition design, digital technologies, interaction design, or film architecture, stage design, urban planning, intelligent orientation system design, and as well as the area of knowledge production and image representation. The duration of study are 4 semesters. The main focus of the master's program is the project module. You can see it here, the green fields are the project modules during the study. The introductory project module is interfaculty offered by the professors and lecturers of the program, always in the first winter semester. It serves as an introduction to the teaching areas of the participating professorships and as an orientation and preparation for the next semesters. Part of the curriculum are project modules, compulsory elective modules. These are the yellow fields, and elective modules. In the first semester, there's the obligatory introductory project module and compulsory elective modules. In the second semester, you can choose courses that are offered for media architecture. And in the third semester, as already mentioned, internship or a semester abroad is possible. Or you can take as well courses at our university. Next please. You can visit us in presence if you want for the final presentations of student projects, for the summary exhibition or the Go for Spring exhibitions, always at the end of summer and winter semester. Next, please. There you can see various analog and digital presentations and formats which are processed and presented in 2D and 3D presentations and applications. And yeah, the very important application deadlines. If you wish to take part in the aptitude test for the study program, you have to fill in the application form via the online application portal and upload all application documents via UniAssist. You can find it on this online link. Application deadline for non-European applicants is 15th of May, and application deadline for the European applicants, including Switzerland, is the 25th of June. The study is going to be started at October 1st. Yeah, I already mentioned we have one study place for the International Media Architecture Master Studies program and about 20 study places for the bilingual Media Architecture Master's course of studies. You can apply for both, but please with different online application forms and language certificates. Now I'm finished. Thank you very much for your interest and attention. You can find more information about the study program and about the application process via this online link. And yeah, you are welcome with your questions. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Dr. Zyrold, for your presentation. Everything was really fine. Also with this sharing, worked out everything really well. Thanks a lot for the information, very detailed, very important details were shared. And with that being said, let me now share my screen once again and introduce once again now our next guest. So we are now in Frankfurt, and it's Frankfurt University of Applied Sciences, so the second type of university that I actually mentioned. We are lucky to have two different types today. And now we will talk about urban agglomerations, not we, but Carmen who will talk about it, and it's a master's program also. So
is Carmen Talhi. I'm the program manager of our international master's program, Urban Agglomerations at Frankfurt University of Applied Sciences, which I would like to present to you in the next few minutes. And today I also have the support of a former student, Sabina Thomas, who's also there and who will be happy to answer any questions that you might send in the Q&A chat. So don't hesitate if you have questions during the presentation. Sabina will be happy to answer. Urban Agglomerations is a master's program at Frankfurt University of Applied Sciences, as I told you, and the course is part of our Department of Lifelong Learning called Kompetenz Campus, which offers different further education programs. And so the program is not anymore within the Faculty of Architecture, but it is part of a separate department of the university where we have different further education programs from different faculties. That's just basic information. But maybe first, where are we? Frankfurt. We are in Frankfurt, and Frankfurt is a city with more than 750,000 residents at night. But during the day, we have more than 1 million inhabitants. So Frankfurt is a quite big city during the day. And why is it different? It's because Frankfurt is a banking city, and a lot of people come to Frankfurt to work every day. And in the evening, they go home, mostly in the surrounding areas of Frankfurt. And what is very special in Frankfurt compared to other German cities is that 25% of the whole population are German residents, but with a migration background. And even nearly 30% of the residents in Frankfurt, of the whole population, are foreigners. So that makes Frankfurt a very international and very multicultural city. Here I have just a few more facts about our university. The Frankfurt University of Applied Sciences is located, I would say, in the northern center of Frankfurt. And yeah, you can see we have at the university, we have more than 15,000 students from more than 200 nations. We have 4 faculties, 70 study programs, and 43 research centers, and a lot more offers, just to give you a short overview of where we are. But now coming to our master's program, Urban Agglomerations, it is an English-taught interdisciplinary program in sustainable urban development with a focus on scientific research and a comprehensive approach to cities worldwide. The program covers sustainable planning, development, management, or operation of all city regions and large agglomerations all over the world. It is an internationally oriented master's program, completely taught in English. And we have one integrated international exchange semester in cooperation with a lot of partner universities. We have more than 20 partner universities worldwide where our students have to spend one semester. And the student group also is very international, and the course thrives on this international exchange also between the students, since they come from all over the world. Yeah, it is a very huge international exchange during the whole study time, with the students coming from different backgrounds and different cultures, different countries. And the program at the end is training for a career and leading position, mainly in public and private institutions, or in urban and regional administrations or planning departments. Some students find jobs in development corporations, freelance consultancy, or even in research bodies or international institutions. The target group of our program is open to graduates holding a diploma or a bachelor or any equivalent first academic degree in either architecture or civil engineering, urban, regional, landscape, or environmental planning, or in facility management, surveying, real estate, geoinformatics, or any other planning related disciplines. So we have a lot of different first degrees that we can accept, and that makes also the student group very diverse, and the contents as well very interdisciplinary. And all students should also bring at least 1 year of professional experience to study this program. Then at the end, the degree will be achieved, which will be achieved as a Master of Science with 100 European credit points, 120. And the whole study program costs 12,000 euros for the whole 2 years, which can also be paid in 2 or 4 installments. The usual duration, the usual study time is 4 semesters, means 2 years. But of course, one could also extend the study time and just take a part of all courses each semester. In that case, the fee of 12,000 euros would stay the same, Students only have to pay the fee once, and then they can extend their studies if needed and only take a few courses. Then they would only have to pay the administration fee for each semester a student stays enrolled. The program starts only once a year, only in winter term, and usually it's mid-October when we have the first lectures. And then the semester usually runs until mid-February with a Christmas break. And after the end of lectures, students usually have 2 or 4 weeks for exam submissions or assignments, and then always also a few weeks before the next semester begins. And the second semester then starts in mid-April, and in summer term, after the summer term, students also have, I would say, at least 2 months of really study break, summer break, where no assignments have to be done. And yeah, very important for you all as our application deadline for the coming winter semester, which starts in October 2024, is 1st May for all applicants who have a first degree from foreign and non-EU countries, and for all students with a degree from Germany or from EU countries, the deadline is September 15th. Then what is the requirements for application to urban agglomerations? All applicants need a first degree in one of the mentioned disciplines that I told you before. We require an English language certificate of at least B2. So because the whole study program is taught in English, completely taught in English, we require this certificate. Then, of course, students will have to, or applicants have to send us a CV, a letter of motivation, which is a very substantial, of very substantial importance for the whole application process and the selection. And we also require a short portfolio summarizing the experience of the applicant, and a letter of recommendation from either an academic supervisor or a professor or an employer or anyone. So these are the requirements, at least besides the official certificate that you also have to hand in for the application. These are the other requirements we have. Now, coming to the real content of the study program. Here you can see the module overview over 4 semesters. So on the bottom, you see the first semester. And what is really special in this program is that the student group is very international. I would say that even more than 99% of all our students are from foreign countries. And in most of the modules, we also have team teaching. That means that that for each module, or for nearly each module, we have more than 1 professors teaching. And also you have a lot of group work in the projects. And yeah, so this is very special in the whole program. And in the first semester, you would start with 7 modules. We have the module Urban Development and Sustainable Cities, Mobility in Cities, Social and Cultural Challenges of Cities. You have the module Land Management and Land Use Planning, a GIS module, and also 2 courses which run over 2 semesters. You have one integrated German course, since our students come to Germany and they live in Germany for 2 years. That's why we offer an integrated German course where students can learn the very basics of German language. And students also have another course running over 2 semesters where students learn about scientific methods and academic skills. Then in the second semester, students have a bigger project and 2 modules about urban infrastructure. One is about water and sewage, and the other one about waste and energy. And then students also have another module about green and public spaces. And of course, the two modules from the first semester, they continue in the second semester. So the first 2 semesters are, I would say, quite intense. But since then, in the third semester, all students leave for their compulsory exchange semester at one of our partner universities. And here I have listed all our partner universities that we have at the moment. So we have universities in Europe, in Latin America, in Asia, in Australia, Africa. And we have, as I told you, more than 20 universities, and we have special agreements for our master's program, urban agglomerations. That means that, of course, our university has a lot more partner universities. I think it's about 200 for our university. But these 20 universities listed here, there we have really secured places for our students for their integrated exchange semester in urban agglomerations. And we've also chosen these universities, of course, because they offer master programs that fit into our program. So some of them have similar courses, some of them offer general architecture courses, but we have special agreements because it fits to our master's program, urban agglomerations. And students are free to choose any of these partner universities for their exchange semester, the third semester. And once students come back from the exchange semester, the only last task is the master's thesis. And for that one, students have to choose their own topic, and they can choose any topic they are interested in. Then they have to decide on or select 2 supervisors, 2 of the teaching professors, and they will work on their thesis for 1 semester. And then the master program will be concluded. Now, before I finish, I would like to show you a short video. That's our image film about the study program. I hope that it works now. I just started now and let the video.
Welcome to the Frankfurt University of Applied Sciences, the home of the International Master's Program MSc in Urban Agglomerations. This program is tailored for graduates from a wide variety of backgrounds from all over the world, with urban planning related work experience, an interest in global urban issues, and a curiosity for scientific research.
We bring together the brightest minds to reflect towards today's pressing urban challenges related with climate change, sustainability, and the built environment. We want to provide students with the best tools and the brightest networks to reflect on how cities can develop for the future and to think about solutions that are with everybody and related and inclusive to all.
Urban agglomerations provides a window into the world of cities and their most pressing problems. It's a strongly interdisciplinary program which gives students the knowledge of how to tackle those problems and to provide hope that they indeed can be tackled. We show not only how to stop bad planning and mobility practices, but also how to mend the damage that's already been done in cities.
I chose urban agglomeration as my master program because of the mix between local and global scale and because of the diversity of the subjects.
You get to meet so many different people from different parts of the world, and you get to learn so many new things, learn about different cultures and see different points of view from a lot of different people, and that to me helped me broaden my horizons and grow as a person and as a professional in the field of urban research.
I chose urban agglomerations simply because of the fact that solutions to some of the problems that we actually face in certain parts of the world are actually out there. It's just a matter of finding them and make them blend into the spaces that you actually live in.
When you talk to people from different educational backgrounds, it broadens your bandwidth. It actually gives you an opportunity to understand more and to analyze stuff at a different angle. And in our program, we focus a lot on sustainable approach towards, how to design cities and how to have sustainable cities.
The most significant life lesson that I had from the master was that every culture has something to give to the world. Every culture is different and we all have something important. So you have to be open-minded and accept the other perspectives of people into your lives and into your work.
The master program Urban Agglomerations provides you with excellent competencies for your future career as decision makers in multidisciplinary urban contexts. Join us here in Frankfurt, in Germany, in the center of Europe, in unlocking solutions for a sustainable urban future.
Okay, that was, I would say, my input for today for urban agglomerations. If you have any further questions, if the thing needs to be clarified, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can find my contact details here. You can scan the QR code where you find our website. We have all our information on our website as well. And now, if you have any questions, we're happy to answer. Also, Sabina Thomas is a former student, will be happy to answer if you have special questions to a former student. Thank you very much.
For presentation, and dear attendees, let us have now a very short Q&A session as well. Yeah, Carmen, I mean, Sabina and also Dr. Tirol didn't leave any questions because they addressed perfectly every question already, which is great. Thank you very much for your help. But let us maybe tackle 2-3 more questions, like general ones, and then we can call it a day. So let me ask this question to both of you. In general, what would you say, Carmen, let me start with you. How many students do you have in batch on average, for example?
I would say we are a very small study program and we usually have between 10 and 20 students. I would say around 15 each year. Okay, great.
And Dr. Tirol, I think it is the same situation in your case, right?
Yes, it is. So there are very small groups, so about 10 up to 15 students per year.
Okay. Now, one more question also for you, Dr. Tirol, although you addressed this, but maybe just to clarify so that everyone can see this answer. It was the question whether internship is only allowed in Germany or not.
No, it's as well allowed to do it abroad. But as you normally I give some suggestions, also a couple of contacts of companies, but students can choose personally as well as other companies abroad. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. And one more question to Frankfurt also. So Carmen, I think you mentioned that 1 year of work experience is required, right, as one of the admission requirements. And there was a question if you could say a bit more about that. I mean, work experience, is it during bachelor or only strictly after bachelor? What kind of work experience, full-time, part-time, or are there any kind of details that students should know about?
It always depends on the individual situation, I would say. We also accept part-time professional experience if it's related to the really near to the program. And yeah, we require at least a professional experience because then students bring some professional experience with them. In very, very exceptional cases, we can also, if a student has best grades, we could also accept less experience. So it always depends on the individual situation, I would say.
Okay, great. And let me stay with you, Carmen. Is any level of German required to get into the program?
No, not at all. Nothing.
Great.
That's why we have the integrated, that's why we have the integrated German course where students, of course, we also accept students with German language skills. And in the first semester, we will see where the levels are. And in the integrated German course, we will also split the class according to their levels. So,
okay, great. Thanks. Dr. 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥, there was one interesting question you already addressed, but let me put it from another way. So as UniAssist is required for internationals, right, mainly, what would be your suggestion based on your experience? How much in advance they should apply so that everything is on time and they are not late for the program? Just for your experience, what would you say?
Also UniAssist is required as well for European applicants, and for non-European applicants.
Okay.
And there are the deadlines, but it's always possible to start before deadline. You can take time to upload documents and but only finish the application process when you uploaded all required documents. Then it's complete. But you can start any time. Normally, the first application deadline 15th of May. You can already start in April or in March, yeah. And for the other, the deadline 25th of June, you can start now, yeah, and accumulate your documents. And I want to add, because with our study program, we are just in the phase of re-accreditation. And starting from 2025, the master degree program will be taught in English only. This is a very new change in our study program.
That's very important information.
Yes, for applicants who they have more time. Starting from 2025, application requirement is only English and B2 level.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's very important. Thanks for sharing that, Dr. 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥, also the important information. And maybe last question for both of you. Dr. 𝘱𝘱𝘪𝘥, let me start again with you. Regarding the accommodation in Weimar, so what would you say, how available it is for international students, or how much in advance they should apply, for example, for dormitories, or what would be your general suggestion in this regard?
Yes, there are dormitories available, but applicants should apply as soon as possible. Yes, because there are some limited places, and most of the students as well, they live in individual places together. The Studierendenwerk of Thuringia is responsible.
Okay.
Yes, for the accommodation of the students. When you are interested, please send us a message, and you can get more information regarding these accommodation question. Early enough application.
Yes. I mean, that would be, perfect.
We are a very small, town, Weimar. It's very personal here, comparable with bigger cities, and
Yeah, I mean, in Germany, before we move to Carmen and her answer, I think that would be the perfect advice for in every city, whether it's small or big, just apply early because it's a huge hunt for dormitories, because they are very affordable for students. At least this is the main reason from my perspective. Carmen, would you say?
I couldn't find my microphone, sorry.
No worries.
Regarding the application process, the deadline?
Regarding dormitories in Frankfurt, availability.
It is hard to find something, but if you really want to find something, start as soon as possible. And usually students find something before the beginning of the semester, but it is hard and you have to keep going.
Yeah, the most important thing, dear students, that you will not be left on the street. That's for sure. Maybe you will find something a bit more expensive, but you will find. But if you want to find the best option, as I'm a also former student in Germany, so a former international student. Apply as early as possible as you get a letter of admission. Apply on that day. I mean, and then you might be lucky to get the dormitory. So, okay, perfect. Thank you very much. So let me open my screen for official thank you part. So thank you to our guests for wonderful presentations, and thank you for answering the questions both in the written form and both in live. Thanks for everyone who participated in that, and also attendees. Thanks for your interest, for your questions, and hopefully your applications will be successful. And to our guests, I hope to see you on our future webinars as well. So for now, take care and bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Georgi.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Goodbye.